Imagine the Scottsdale Tom Silverman saw as he rode his bike into town in 1953 with a population of about 2,000 folks. It was a 5-minute ride down Scottsdale Road from his parents' Paradise Valley Guest Ranch on Chaparral. He'd go to Luke's for a Coke, or to Gene's Broiler, or the Ranch House for a hamburger after seeing the kids' matinee at the Kiva Theater, or browsing in Saba's Western Store. Now, it's no wonder that these happy childhood experiences inspired Tom to share Scottsdale with thousands of visitors to his family's hotel. Tom's memories have also helped him provide leadership to ensure that his Scottsdale is developed in a way that respects history while thoughtfully embracing the future. A Scottsdale hotelier for over 50 years, Tom Silverman and his family are also known for their continuous service to Scottsdale and its community organizations. Lee and Ray Silverman brought their children, Tom, Dick, and Carol, to tiny but growing Scottsdale from Chicago in 1953. They opened a 12-unit Paradise Valley Guest Ranch on the northeast corner of Scottsdale and Chaparral Roads and expanded it to 37 units. Tom remembers that tourist season in the 1950s was short, lasting from February 1st to April 1st. Tom attended La Loma, Ingleside, and Kiva elementary schools. While a student at Scottsdale High School, he was active in the Key Club and the Squires and served on the student council. He upgraded his bike to a VW Bug, which transported him and his pals to Boondockers, way out in the desert where Mayo Clinic now stands. He majored in business management at Arizona State University, graduating in 1968. He served 6 years in the Arizona National Guard and joined his parents in operating the Paradise Valley Guest Ranch. In 1979, the Silvermans replaced the Guest Ranch and built an all-suite hotel, which they affiliated as a Granada Royale Hometel. At its opening, Tom became general manager. In 1984, they rebranded as an Embassy Suites and again expanded the property. In 1999, Tom and his family unchained the popular hotel, renaming it Chaparral Suites Resort, and built a permanent conference center on the property. Tom loves welcoming back hotel guests who have been returning to the property for decades. He also enjoys working with his father Ray, his sister Carol, and his son Michael, 3 generations of Silvermans in the hospitality business. He credits his extended family, the employees of Chaparral Suites, for doing such a good job that he can spend more time serving the community and the statewide tourism industry. During the 1970s, Tom devoted most of his time to building the family hotel business and to raising his 3 sons, Matthew, now a lawyer in Phoenix, Joel, a U.S. Naval Academy graduate and Navy pilot, and Michael, who works with him at Chaparral Suites. By the 1980s, Tom began to get involved with numerous local and regional tourism, hospitality, and business organizations. He was elected to the Scottsdale Chamber of Commerce Board, served as vice president of membership and the convention and tourism divisions, then was elected the Chamber's president in 1991. In 1987, he was a member of the first Scottsdale leadership class. Tom served on the board of the Scottsdale Partnership Economic Development Group, the Scottsdale Industrial Development Authority, and on the board of the Valley Innkeepers Association. Appointed to the Scottsdale Hospitality Commission in 1989, he served through 1994, including a term as its chairman. Tom and his family were early supporters of the Scottsdale Foundation for the Handicapped, hosting many of the foundation's events. Tom joined the foundation's board and served 2 terms as president in the early 1990s. He also served on the board of the Scottsdale Healthcare Foundation. In 1992, Governor Symington appointed Tom to the Arizona Tourism Advisory Council. 2 years later, he was honored with the governor's top award as Tourism Person of the Year. He's also been named the Hotelier of the Year by the Arizona Hotel Motel Association, General Manager of the Year by the Hotel Sales and Marketing Association of Greater Phoenix, and the Citizen of the Year by the Scottsdale Association of Realtors. Now, Tom received the first Frank Hodges Alumni Achievement Award from Scottsdale Leadership. This honor was particularly poignant to Tom, since he and the late Frank Hodges had been in the first leadership class together. Concerned that Scottsdale might be in danger of losing its reputation as the westmost western town and its ability to provide visitors with a Sonoran desert experience, Tom ran successfully for Scottsdale City Council. He is pleased that during his 4 years on the council, Scottsdale's downtown began its long-awaited rebirth, and that the council significantly increased the amount of bed tax funds that are used for promoting tourism to Scottsdale. Now, he's also proud of what he calls the small part he has played in the preservation of Scottsdale's McDowell Mountains and Sonoran Desert. Opting not to run for a second term, Tom volunteered to head the effort to establish a Desert Discovery Center as a gateway to the McDowell Sonoran Preserve and a place where residents and visitors can learn about desert flora, fauna, and history. Often what Tom does for Scottsdale is behind the scenes and at his request, unpublicized. Through the Silverman Family Foundation, Tom and his family have supported numerous Scottsdale organizations and programs, among which are nursing scholarships at Scottsdale Community College. He has championed many projects, from passage of the Martin Luther King holiday to helping Saguaro High School students realize their dream of creating a permanent Martin Luther King display at Washington, D.C.'s Lincoln Memorial. He and his wife, Carol, attend many community events as sponsors. Aside from his career and his community service, Tom is still the fun-loving guy who grew up in Scottsdale. He still hangs with many of his high school buddies. Although a life member of the Scottsdale Charles, he's still more comfortable riding a Harley than a horse. Tom's proud of the Scottsdale he can show to his 6 grandchildren. He says, quote, "I think we've done an exceptional job maintaining our cachet. We basically have a very strong tourism industry. Scottsdale's been clean, beautiful, and friendly for well over 50 years.